A contractor allegedly called ICE on workers who built a roof in an attempt to avoid paying them. Right now, not much is confirmed, but here's a clip of the incident.
Tem o bombeiro já está preparando para subir a lá 3. Sim, cai aqui em basement.
Ô Michel!
Ei.
Ô Michel!
Tu quer Andine?
Vai lá na minha cooler lá, ó.
Andine,
Meu passaporte tá lá. O meu!
tá em basement.
Também tá na... Ô Michel! Tá na cooler, Michel!
Fala com o meu também, tá?
They arrived early that morning, like they had many times before. Another job, another roof, another day of hard work under the sun. No drama, no trouble, just men doing what they came to do, build. By noon, the noise of hammers faded. The roof was complete. The crew packed up their tools, ready for the contractor to settle the payment so they could move on to the next job. It should have been simple. It should have been the end of the story. But that's when the black SUV rolled in. At first, no one understood what was happening. Officers stepped out, not looking at the house, not looking at the contractor, but walking directly toward the workers. Confusion turned into fear. You can hear it instantly in the voice of one man as he speaks, trying to explain what's happening. O contratante sim, é aqui em Vesma. A contractor, yeah, it's here in Vesma. His breathing is tight, his voice shakes. He calls out for his coworker, Michel, trying to gather anything that might help. Oh, Michel, vai lá na minha bolsa lá, meu passaporte tá lá. Michel, go to my bag, my passport is there. Another worker says his documents are in the same place. O meu também tá na... Mine too, it's also in the... They're scrambling, not running, they can't, just searching. Bags, pockets, anything that proves who they are. Anything that keeps them from being taken. The first worker repeats himself, more desperate this time. Oh, Michel, tá na bolsa, hein, Michel? Fala pro meu também tá. Michel, it's in the bag, okay? Tell them mine is there too. In the background, the contractor, the man who hired them, stands at a distance, watching, not stepping in, not defending the workers who just built his roof. And that silence is part of what made the internet explode when the clip went viral. Because the timing didn't make sense. The job was finished, the payment was due, and immigration officers just happened to show up at that exact moment. Millions saw the video and instantly suspected the worst, that the contractor may have called authorities to avoid paying for the completed work. Whether that's true or not is still being investigated, but the allegations struck a nerve nationwide because it fits a disturbing pattern. Across the country, vulnerable workers, especially those who don't have legal protection, have been threatened with deportation the moment they ask for what they've earned. It's a tactic some bad actors use to control them, to silence them, to cheat them. And when you watch the footage of these workers digging frantically through their bags for passports, the fear is unmistakable. These men didn't expect trouble. They came to work, to earn, to provide. Yet suddenly, they're treated like criminals at the moment the job ends. The homeowners who hired the contractor look stunned in the recording. They reportedly said the crew did excellent work. They didn't expect their property to become the scene of an immigration intervention. They didn't expect their roof to become the center of a national debate. Meanwhile, online, people began connecting dots. Names, faces, phone numbers. Whether accurate or not, the internet does what it always does. It investigates. Because once a story hits the public eye, the truth has nowhere to hide. And as more people watched the clip, more questions surfaced. Why were the workers detained but not the contractor who hired them? Why wasn't payment made before officers arrived? Why were passports already prepared, as if the workers feared something might happen? The story spread from city to city, from platform to platform, becoming more than just a viral moment. It became a symbol of something bigger, the fragile balance between labor and exploitation, between those who do the work and those who profit from it. For these men, the day began with the sound of tools and teamwork. It ended with fear, confusion, and unanswered questions. But one thing is clear. The internet is watching. People are demanding answers. And as always, the truth has a way of resurfacing, sooner or later. Because the internet has a way of finding the people behind these kinds of acts. And this time, it's not letting go.
Did y'all hear about the construction company in Washington that hired a bunch of undocumented workers, and when they were done doing the work, they called ICE on them so they wouldn't have to pay them? The name of the construction company is Mount Baker Roofing Company. Like, y'all have truly lost all morals. You dislike these people so much, but you can hire them to do some work for free? Thing is, I feel like the owner should get in trouble. I feel like the owner should be held accountable, because at the very end of the day, if you knew they were undocumented, you knew to call ICE on them. So you knew that something was not right. If you knew they were undocumented, why would you hire them? Why were you working with them? Why were they able to construct something? You're going to do that so you don't got to pay them people their money. Owner's name is Mark Kusk. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the last name right, but it's Kuske. He's the owner of Mount Baker Roofing, and he's the CEO of Frog Hill Capital. A lot of people are enraged because that is just morally, like, disgusting. People were trying to comment on their Google and their Yelp to, like, tell them about themselves. They're blocking a lot of the comments. I can't believe they did that and thought that nobody was going to find out about that. Like, keep circulating this around. Everybody needs to know about Mark. Mark, you're done. Mount Baker Roofing, you're done. Frog Hill Capital, you're done.
A Washington construction company employed undocumented immigrants, and then, instead of paying them the wages that they were promised, called ICE and had 37 of them arrested. So, I'm an immigration lawyer. Here's what I would do to help. First, all of these workers have been exploited and can use this exploitation to qualify for a green card through a program designed to help victims of human trafficking called the T visa. So we can get them all green cards. Second, I would work with a local employment lawyer to sue the hell out of that company to get these workers their back wages and then some. The fact that they're undocumented doesn't mean that they don't have rights, and we need to make the most out of this situation. I'm so upset by it. That's what I have to say.
This isn't the first incident. If you guys remember about what happened in Bellingham, kind of like the Mount Baker roofers, the same thing. The contractors submitted a complaint and said, hey, like, this is a terrible working condition. And instead of like fixing the working conditions, they called ICE on them. So I had thought that this was the same situation, but it's a whole new one. And I think it's in Yakima. I'm just finding out about it as well. So I'm going to do my research to find out more about this. But this is so infuriating. And just like, I guess for my Latino people who are like working on like contractual jobs like this, be careful. And because some of these people who do the contracting don't care, and they do hire illegal immigrants, and they'll do this like to get out of paying, bro. Like, it's I don't know, but everyone from where I saw it is up in arms and are trying to look for the company's name.